we need to live in a universe where the progressives died out in the 1910s.
Now, femboy, I agree with you with that. Except now we're going to be talking about anime titties for the next 2 hours.
No, 8 hours.
Yes, 8 hours. Let's do it. If you can't tell, but I've just went live.
The debate of the Greeks.
Yes, and I need to fix
E-
the fucking thumbnail.
e-
Fucking hell, YouTube. What is wrong with you?
Tori Vega need a fat ass blunt and some head. Feeling sad and horny.
What? What the fuck are you... What are these femboy noises? We're here to debate anime titties.
Well, I suppose
Does it
while we're
also
at it,
include Japanese video game titties? Can we put those in there too?
Yes. It's just titties, don't stream.
what about what about weird iCarly images?
No. I don't want to go to jail for pedophilia. Look,
It was a weird show.
the show was okay when you're young and you don't notice. When you get older, you
Well, I mean-
notice.
Well, I mean,
Was
to
that
be
the
fair, Selena Gomez is really fucking hot and
No,
very
no,
much so an
no,
adult now.
No.
Your thumbnail
Uh,
is still the one that you use for a lot.
I am aware.
Wasn't iCarly the show that Steve Buscemi did the "Hello, Fellow Kids" meme in?
I think
Or was
so.
that one?
I think so too. Also,
Wow.
he possibly touched her.
No,
It's quite possible. He looks like the kind of guy that would, to be honest.
I mean, remember when fucking programs would like have their own windows inside themselves and they would have an overlay to make them weird shapes?
You remember when
Like
media
Perry?
was good?
No.
Neither do I.
Oh wait, yes I do. Um,
Here,
when
just have my
Cartoon Network was
Here, just have my commission info.
the 90s. Yes.
No, that's Star Wars. No, that's the. I want the one what's live. Give me the one what's live. There we go.
Jesus Christ. I'm
Change.
so glad
Well-
we don't use organic shapes in technology because it would fucking hurt my brain.
Well,
Wait,
Cal,
okay.
if you ever need other good news, remember we still have the memorial for the guy who made Berserk.
Oh yeah, Rip Francis the Filth.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great. Yeah, this
Yes.
is what I mean. I'm posting it in stream stuff.
Yeah, like just
Be
Rip.
glad that your phones are not like this.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what you meant. But yeah,
Yes.
Rip Francis the Filth.
Yes.
Here we missed.
And yeah, Cal, if you want to, you can use the video that I sent you over.
Sure. I'll do that.
It was DM'd a while ago, so it's not that far.
Okay, I have to admit that's pretty cool. The artist that did like that did the soundtrack for Death Stranding got her own render. That's really cool.
Now I need to actually find the thing you sent. Fuck, where is it? Where did you send it? Was it my DMs?
Yes.
Alright. So I'll bring that up, but I got to mute it instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Tim Pool, you're dead to me.
What is he doing now?
Get off Twitter, fam. 312, get off Twitter, trust me. I've never seen a hive, a cesspool, and villainy worse than on Twitter.
3. We're right now doing a stream. Calm down.
Yeah, we're on a stream.
Down.
This is
Put down the twat.
The meme value of Beanie Man in stream is just perfect though.
Plus, you can watch the memorial for Kintaro right now.
Yeah,
It's
this
on
is
my actual server.
The old man is going to tell you the story about how he was at the Capitol on January 6th.
You know, I've just muted him.
Again, this is
Star.
my server, which is being streamed right now.
And sorry about Generic's connection. He's fine. He just lives in New England.
Beep boop, everything blow up, too hot.
And he's also on a goddamn airship as well.
This is why I
That's
say
the
you
fan.
control all the things.
So yeah, did I just display capture or did I do? I did that. Okay.
On
So,
stream, it's on stream. I see it.
no, I just wanted to say something else quickly.
Oh, I need to watch Prudentialist's newest Sunday stream when I get a minute.
Who the what? The fuck you?
I've streamed with him.
But yes, this was the memorial for Kentaro. Very
Mm,
dark.
Yes. Rip
This is what-
Francis of the Filth.
This is what happens when nerds get sad.
Yes. We also read about Star Wars, Star Trek, and all those other things for like 20 minutes on end because it's
Fuck the sequels.
It's all over but the crying.
yeah, the sequels are god awful.
No, they get worse by the day.
Actually,
Yeah. Brie Larson, Mara Jade.
no. You don't. No, we're not doing that.
You don't
not
understand, Free. It's all over.
I
They don't want us to be happy.
mean, when they mentioned that they were going to scrub away the sequels and replace them with extended universe stuff, I didn't expect them to make something even worse.
Razorfist actually called that completely. He was saying that by the time Disney is done with Star Wars, you'll be begging to have George Lucas back.
Yes.
Begging for him now.
I was already begging for him back after.
I like the
well,
prequels.
here's the thing.
I-
The prequels have their issues.
They're if you
But
you
they're
know
okay.
they're fine. The storytelling is fine. They're not like riddled with plot holes. Even the fact that it's like early CG is like fine. It's like it hits all those it hits all those good itches for
Correction.
your imagination.
Correction.
The dialogue sucked. That was the problem.
Yeah, and
There's-
you know what? You can kind of like just it is a thing. It's almost charming in its own way.
Look, the prequels can be redeemed in their own insanity, and the prequels have been memed to death and back.
Exactly.
The
A Sith
the-
Lord.
the prequels exist, and they will always exist. The prequels have qualities to them.
Yes.
The sequels.
I'm just sad that there was only 6 Star Wars movies.
There's technically 7 if you're an idiot.
Don't mention Jack here.
Wait, there's technically 7 if you include the Clone Wars animated movie,
Yes.
and it's good.
Wasn't
It
it like
was okay. It's the first 3 episodes. That's it.
I quite enjoy the Clone Wars. I think they're good collectively.
I actually need to finish the Clone Wars, but there are some parts that are good, some things where Dave Filoni need to be told that no, just
Yeah.
no,
Hey, keep in mind it's also a kid show, so
No,
it can be a
you-
little awkwardness.
no. You are not adding a fucking Darksaber. No, Senator, no, Chancellor Valorum is not alive. He's dead.
I had a
Cat-
6-hour. I had a 6-hour. I want to call like it wasn't heated enough to really call an argument, but I guess a debate with some guy in my Discord, and he was trying to defend the Darksaber because all I knew about it was from watching The Mandalorian along with EFAP, and the more he explained about the Darksaber, the more I'm like, yeah, this sounds like a retarded idea. Like he kept sending me like video links and like wiki links and stuff like that, and I'm like, this is getting dumber and dumber the more I learn about it.
Yes, it's
It
like
should just be put down as this. The King of Mandalore was also a Jedi, and that's his saber.
No,
Right.
no,
I think that's it. That's
it
it.
has to either be a green or a blue lightsaber. There's
Well,
only one Jedi
mm,
who's allowed to not have a green or a blue lightsaber. Samuel L.
Evan,
Jackson.
yeah,
What?
but
Yeah.
Because
What
Samuel
about?
L.
No.
Jackson wanted a
why can't it
fucking
just be
purple
like the
lightsaber.
fucking? Why can't it just be shiny?
Revan had purple one too in canon.
You have to
Why
have at
can't-
least one person. You
why
have to have
can't
a
it just
grape
be-
drank lightsaber.
Why
Yes, they
can't it
gave the
be like
black a
this?
grape dragged lightsaber.
Why can't it just be this super elegant Mandalorian weapon that's made out of that material that blocks lightsabers?
The Beskar block lightsabers in the
Right.
original series. Like the
It was
actual-
called Durasteel.
Because I know that I know that there was a weapon like in the old lore that made someone Mandalore, but they
Yeah,
never
there was a
really
few-
super described it or something.
Yeah.
It was a helmet, wasn't it?
No.
No, it was a weapon. I think
It was a
spear,
weapon.
actually, which would make sense.
But it would be elegant and not a.
Yes,
How do I
like it would be,
describe a straight
it-
stick?
it would be an ode to like the glory of forging a weapon.
Yeah, and also, Cal, what you're thinking of is Revan's mask, which he stole from that Mandalore after beating him in a duel.
Yes, so it could have just been that, but then they had to make it something stupid in Chunibyo.
Well, they
Chunibyo is
did
exactly
Darth
how I
Maul
describe it.
in his broken lightsaber because Darth Maul. And then they were like, "Oh shit! Well, how do we break him not having it anymore?"
God, it fucking
Palpatine.
irritates me so much. You know what I do love though? I do love the Night Sisters stuff. All of that's good.
I've heard some of it's good, some of it's bad. It's like watching a TV show. Some of it's good, some of it's bad.
I don't know
Though-
why. I must be immune to that sort of feeling because I'm like,
Though I
I
will
can
say
appreciate
this, I will say this one thing: it did get us the one fight that I wanted to see: Palpatine versus Darth Maul, and
Yes.
Palpatine just laughing throughout the whole fight, not even
it was
trying.
fantastic.
It was a good
All
fight.
of the
I'll
lightsaber
give it
fights in the
that.
Clone Wars are fucking amazing. Like all the stuff with all the stuff involving all the dark side users, the way that they've explored it all in detail was fantastic. We went from having just a handful of lightsaber fights across the entire franchise to having a whole bunch. And the fact that they're animated means they can be even better. They can be amazing. They can be really crazy. All the stuff with Palpatine and the Clone Wars is so good. I just wish that it would have been the voice actor of, it would have been Ian.
He actually did Palpatine's voice in Rebels.
That's good. But showing
Yes.
Rebels is kind of shit.
Here's the issue. Here's the reason I'll never
upside.
say Dave Filoni is actually a good writer because he did create Rebels. I
Yeah,
haven't
and
heard anything good about Rebels.
I've only watched the first season of Rebels, and it already drove me up the wall because the stuff
No.
with Bo-Katan makes no sense.
There was one scene that's good from Rebels, and that is Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul.
That is good. Yes, that's definitely good.
The fight lasted 10 seconds at most.
10 seconds out of how many minutes per an episode?
Oh, wait, I mean there was the fight between
No, it was one of those fights of this was decided before they even clashed the swords.
hey, the lightsaber fights are good. I'll give it that.
I meant by that is 10 seconds out of how many episodes per minute and how many episodes were there?
Yeah, but Cal, this was the build-up episode for that fight, and it's one of those, the little kid's like, "Oh, I gotta help you." He's like, "No, this is my fight. I'll take care of it. You head home."
Yeah.
And he's just like, they just have a few quips, and it's like, why? Maul says this. Why are you here? No, there's no. You're protecting something.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
protecting
exactly.
someone.
Right, it really
And that's Obi-Wan pulls out this lightsaber, goes into his usual Form 3, defensive style.
and then he switches to his
Then he
defensive
goes
style.
to no. Then he goes to actually Qui-Gon's stance from before, right when he fought Darth Maul, right before he died.
Yeah,
He baited him. And Darth Maul tried the same maneuver that he used against Qui-Gon, and
it didn't
Obi.
work, of course, because he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
That's just brilliant writing. It's great.
And then when
I
he comes,
loved.
he grabbed him, and it was just like he laid him down, and it was just like Maul asked, "Is it the chosen one?"
Ooh, if you haven't seen season 7 of the Clone Wars, the Darth Maul stuff in that is great too.
And Obi-Wan's reaction was this: "Yes."
He will avenge us.
Technically,
That a dark side user like Maul ended up rooting for Luke is just like, yes, yes.
Because everything happened, in fact, in the actual original canon,
Fuck
Darth
Palpatine.
Maul just kept living until eventually he was killed by Luke.
Yeah. Although, I mean, to be honest, if somehow Darth Maul had not been an idiot and gone after Obi-Wan and just gave up on the stupid grudge, man, he could have had an interesting involvement in the Rebel Alliance. Even from the shadows, maybe just manipulating things because of his, his connections in the Crimson Dawn,
Underworld.
his connections in the underworld that still existed by then.
I only have one issue with it though. That's going into Solo stuff.
Uh,
And
we don't mention that movie.
you don't have to mention it. The only good part of Solo is the very end where he shows up in the hologram.
no.
I'll take what I can get.
I'll take it's the only good part from that movie, but I didn't like it. I think I had the same response
it's
ER
terrible.
did. Like
It's
just
terrible. All is terrible.
It gets even worse by it.
It's incomprehensible nonsense.
Like
The fact that somehow Han Solo is supposedly the protagonist of this movie just makes no sense.
no,
He doesn't do anything.
Do you want to know the issue with the entirety of the entire Disney things? Except for like the mainline, except for some parts of it. It looks like Star Wars to a small degree. In fact, there are some actual notable things in it that looked good.
It's got
Then
like
it
a
fell
notable
apart with the story, the characters, all this sort of stuff. Like some of the newest ships where you can find them they look okay. The ground vehicles looked fine.
Yeah.
Some things looked good.
You're dealing with knockoff content when everything looks a little bit wrong.
There's the issue of the let me quickly draw something up for everyone. Let me draw something for the class quickly. You have a type of a plane kind of thing, what looks like this.
Yeah.
The songs about the ye old pub and like of no bullet fly and stuff. With the fucking tail gunners and shit, like the ball gunner down here.
You know what? It could have been a better movie if they cut out all the shit with the.
If they just didn't make it.
No. Hear me out. They cut out the fucking revolutionary robot plot, all that shit.
Then there's still problems.
Yes, there's lots of problems. Let me get to it. Like, if you cut out the fat and expand the stuff that was good, like expand the shit about him serving in the Empire, that some of that shit was gold. Especially with how he met Chewie, and maybe expand that to like maybe some more fighting, or some more sort of stuff where he has an existential existential breakdown or something, and realizes he needs to get the fuck out of there.
So basically, class, what I've just drawn for you is Ryan Johnson's Star Fortress, and basically what Star Fortress looks like, to my memory. you got the ball turrets on it. You got the wings and the engines. Just I drew it very quickly. This is what Ryan Johnson decided to have. Do you want to know what the issue of a bomber in space is? Continue, Mumbo. Mumbo, go on first.
A bomber makes no sense in space.
Well, I was gonna say, even if you look at the expanded, they don't call it expanded universe anymore, but the like the visual encyclopedias and all that on these bombers, there was only one known instance where they were used in another battle, and the bomber had to blow itself up in order to complete its mission. So they appear to be completely useless. And one of the arguments that Rags brought up on EFAP is he was, because people always said, well, why didn't they just use Y-wings? And then Rags is like, and don't you dare tell me that these monstrosities are cheaper than Y-wings.
Yeah,
oh,
they might
no. I've been watching a guy who recreates some Star Wars ships, like the forgotten ones, the ones what have been in the background shots, but haven't gotten any love yet. He goes in, has a couple of guys, they remodel and stuff. They make new ones. They make it new again. They make, like, how it would look in Star Wars currently. And he fucking defended the fucking shitty Star Fortresses Ryan Johnson made. Instead of,
oh,
not
stupid.
defending it. So pretty much, he defended it. Here's how it went. Obviously they made the correct choice here because they used it and stuff. Was basically one of the arguments they used it because it had a better payload and stuff. From what I can tell about those bombs, they weren't as powerful as a couple of Y wings or B wings.
Yeah.
Or even by that time they had E wings and stuff, if I can remember correctly. Am I correct? Generic.
I can possibly add a little bit. Damn it! I could possibly add a little bit of additional insight. There are units in 2K games, particularly Civ, that, like, say you make just missiles and they're designed to be destroyed. That they're units that are strong enough when they attack that they could fight off some units. They're meant to be extremely cheap. You throw them away for battle, and it works because they're considerably cheaper to the point that, like, all right, well, we're done fighting, so I didn't need the unit anymore anyway. So those can be cheap to the point that they're actually advantageous.
Free. We called them droids in Star Wars.
Yeah, well, it's a terrible design of a bomber just from what you see in the movie because they're really big, they're very easy to blow up, they move very slowly, and they have a very short range of attack. So it's like, what if you took all of your D&D classes and you took the worst aspects of each class and none of the strengths and added them all together?
Yes.
Yeah, like, oh hey, you can cast spells, but you can't cast spells, kind of thing.
Yeah, it would have, for that to make sense, it would have to be dirt cheap, and it would have to be like literally anything will work.
Like, honestly, it would have been better if they were like fuel ships and they're like, okay, we're gonna drift one of these into the enemy and blow it up. Like, even that would have made it more plausible than what they did.
Yeah. Oh, like sort of like a dirigible in World War One.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, I do have a question for you guys. I did some basic draw-ups and some designs and stuff. So, like, get the hair down stuff, like, get some basic designs for a character. Some ideas. What do you guys think currently of it? Before we go back to ranting about Star Wars for the 15,000th time of how they screwed it up.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you can make some of the same damn fucking rants about Star Trek.
Look. They haven't completely done it yet. They haven't done it yet to my favorite yet. They're about to. They're fucking about to. They haven't ruined it yet.
Are you ready for High Republic? Are you ready for Fat Jedi and rocks?
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no. Leave it alone.
No, Furry, you don't understand. They must
I want more, but no, not now. Wait until, like, 2030 when this is all better.
No.
Look, we need a black lesbian Gandalf, okay?
No, I don't.
Here's what they're doing. They're making a
I want.
sequel to Lord
I
of the
need.
Rings.
I need to put.
Fucking Tolkien couldn't do. He couldn't even make a sequel.
Damn it, son of a bitch! I need to put my dick in a black lesbian Gandalf, but I don't need to see it in the canon.
What?
Like cosplay mama, like for sure, but no, not for reals canon. No.
You can't make the weird fan fiction canon. I mean, you can, I guess.
Well, I just
shouldn't.
want to pick
Welcome
up
back,
the
Generic.
Mamacita from the convention. I don't want to do any more than that.
Generic. What's the name of the bomber in
There's nothing wrong
the
with
expanded
that.
universe, what takes place after the 6 movies? Isn't it called like the E-wing or something?
I believe so.
Oh, come on.
It was either the E-wing or the V. No, wait, the V-wing was the fighter. Yeah, so it might have been the E-wing.
Oh, I've been not streaming correctly.
Oh.
Do you remember Just Right's defense for why they didn't have Y-wings in that battle?
No, I don't. Remind me.
This drove EFAP insane. They, if I remember correctly, his defense was, it's okay for them, or they didn't use Y-wings because some people in the audience might have not remembered Y-wings, so it was better that they invented a new ship for this scene.
What?
Everyone knows what a fucking Y-wing is!
Talking about.
Everyone knows what a fucking
yeah.
Y-wing
They're
is!
so fucking iconic.
And I mean, honestly, it's like the debate's ridiculous for, or not the debate, that whole point is ridiculous for a bunch of reasons, because even if most people didn't know what a Y-wing is, it doesn't make sense that you would make up a new ship for no reason.
Right.
Yeah, a
it would
new
make
ship
more
that's
sense to stick with
slower.
the one that had, it would make
That
more
can
sense
be
to stick
shot
with-
up in like a second. That's
Right.
useless.
because it would be internally consistent. It would be cheap because you already had the models and like references, and it would be like, well, again, internally consistent. That's just kind of the best kind of situation, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
So,
they didn't even
hey,
have to use the
it's-
E-wing. They could have used the B-wing.
I mean, I don't mind new models, but like, why not mix them in or something?
Yes, give me new models. I want new models,
Like-
but not those
Yeah.
models.
Yeah,
You don't understand.
like an updated Y-wing, because the Y-wing that the Rebels had was a stripped-down one from the Clone Wars.
Right, exactly. Actually, in fact, I believe it might have been before the Clone Wars.
Well, they were using it in the Clone Wars, so there.
Well, okay. I mean, but technically, the shape of the hull pieces that weren't stripped off are different. It is a different model.
Yeah, I'm currently just looking for, goddamn fucking E-wings, but they're not fucking showing me E-wings.
B-wings.
No E-wings.
Yeah. Disney's likes to take down some art.
No, it's
Oh,
just
no.
showing me it's showing me A-wings. Yeah, it's just showing me alright, this will do. This image will do. This is an E-wing. This is a bomber to my knowledge. No, it's an escort fighter. Do you want to know a funny way they could have just, tricked and screwed with, Obi-Wan? Boba and Boba Fett? You know an easy way they could have done that?
How?
Just get some basic uniforms from the other guys have and just hide amongst the clones. And see how long it takes them to find them.
Yep.
That would have been perfect.
Phil,
By the way,
I want to talk about Star Trek, but I don't know how acceptable it is.
go on, tell us how they've destroyed
I actually,
something you loved.
well,
It's called
Discovery was the beginning. Discovery was the beginning, but you know what? All the it's not
Discovery
like
was the
Kelvin was
beginning.
good either. Kelvin was pretty damn mediocre even at its best. Like there are people who look at Star Trek Beyond and think, yeah, it's all right, and I'm like, yeah,
Compared
that's
to what we've gotten, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I welcome the references to Enterprise until
Yeah.
they completely changed the NX class. Why?
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Why? All that shit happened before the interactions in the timeline. There's no reason why that should be different.
Yeah.
It's like
Does not make sense.
they took Mad Libs and changed a bunch of words. Oh, it's the first fucking Warp 4 ship. Why Warp 4? The whole thing, it was called the Warp 5 project.
Yeah. Warp 5 was the NX class. Oh, wait, I know why they did that. Because they couldn't get licensing to use the NX because Paramount and CBS at the time were each other's next over Star Trek.
Oh, God. You gotta be
Because that
fucking
was the
kidding me.
series. Yeah, because that was a series ship, and since the way they split Star Trek up for the movies, they couldn't actually reference anything. That's why they had to change all the outfits and everything.
I mean, they kind of reference it okay, but I've been trying to sort of make it work in my head by saying, oh, well, it's 2165. Maybe there was a revision. Maybe there was like an immediate after formation of the Federation revision. Like, it's plausible.
Look, it's
It's possible there was there was like a refit to the ship that went into an evolutionary dead end and was
Yeah,
given
no,
up
you
on.
know what the refit for the NX class was?
Yeah, I know. I know about the
Looks a
Columbia
lot better.
class refit.
Yeah, looks a lot better.
I agree. It's possible that that refit could have been for the Romulan Wars only, and then there was a more general like refit that technically didn't actually go on the pre-existing NXs. It was just for new ones. Kind of like the final refit for the Constitution class.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
were just
different,
trying out a new design for it.
right?
oh,
It's so different that you don't retrofit old ones to that.
Yeah.
look. My input on Star Trek is I wish they changed insert design. That is my only input to Star Trek.
And too bad it's the way it is.
Yeah, that's the issue I have. That's how it is.
Too bad. Be consistent.
Yes, that's the issue.
Work around it.
I don't like Star Trek ship designs in the first place.
They make sense internally, considering all the history surrounding it.
No, it's for me. It's just the design wise and design wise of the outfits and the look of certain things. It's too clean.
Yeah, that's the point. Of course, it's clean. It's the good future.
I don't know.
It's the future where everything works out.
Can we get the future in the middle, kinda, where
That,
things work out, but everything has like a style to it, a feel to it.
I think that's Babylon 5.
Yeah, that is Babylon 5.
Which
Those
is
ships
fine.
look good. They're meaty. They look like they can take a hit and give it back, and yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
good, my
I'm,
favorite kind of ship. Things that can fucking take a punishment.
I mean, I'm
Did
fine
they
with
ever?
that. But
Yeah,
I've always
since
been a
you. Oh, I was just curious, since you seem to be more familiar with it. Do they ever have an explanation as to why, when you're shooting, like they have these ship battles in Star Trek, why they don't just like knock the engines off the bottom with those tiny little pillars that they have?
what
The
the
shields usually give out, and when that happens, it usually overloads. The ship engines do actually get knocked off in battle.
yeah. Subsystem damage is a common thing.
Yeah,
Why do they?
during the Dominion War, you used to see that in a few shots. You would see like the engine fly off of some ships.
Why do
You
they
mean
build them externally if they can be knocked off fairly easily?
because warp geometry, it has to be done in a certain way.
Yeah, the geometry to make the bubble that fits the ship has to be a certain way, and also where you have the engine pylons means different things. Starfleet ships, it's high up. That way, then it makes it so it's a little bit slower to rev up the warp field to go fast,
Yeah.
but it goes
Yeah.
at a much higher speed.
Yes,
Klingons,
because they're plasma coils.
yeah, Klingon ones are usually dead center, so it gives a good balance. Though sometimes they do go lower on a few vessels, like the Vorchas and the battle cruisers.
Right, and those ships
That
are
give them
capable
a
of higher warp.
faster. You know, they can punch it faster, but they can't reach as high.
You're on still, by the way, buddy.
Right, like they might be
I
able to.
can't help it. My internet's been shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might have a different balance of top warp speed and how long they can handle their top cruise and stuff like that, and how quickly they can jump to warp and how power efficient they are. You know, I mean, these different ship classes exist for different roles. It's all pretty internally consistent. Because
yeah, I mean, I'd be interested. That gives me a new line of research to go down because I'd be surprised if they held to that because I've seen some of their designs that do have more internal engines, and I know that a bunch of the designs come from different eras, so it's possible that it could be consistent. But I would be very surprised if that were the case.
With like races other than with factions other than the Federation, there's actually even more room for that because some ship classes just get refitted over and over again for like a century, and then even after that, they kind of just change their class designation. Like heavy cruisers eventually become light cruisers because they become more obsolete, and then that means they can have a new role in the fleet. So you can sort of make this work by just shuffling the ships around.
Yeah, like in the game that I'm running in Stars Without Number, the way their warp drives work, which they call them spike drives in that setting, is you need to have multiple spikes, basically multiple engines, and the engines need to be a certain distance apart from each other. So there is like an ideal shape that in size that the engines need to be. But they don't have these like spindly looking engines. What they do instead is they have the ship is basically shaped like a pencil, and there's a minimum size for a ship that can enter warp. So you can't have warp fighters or bombers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, spindly designs 3. That brings me back to that stupid design STO right now.
Are you talking about the Janeway class again?
Yes. It's not connected with anything.
Now, wait a second. That's a fucking 31st century ship. So that possibly has nth dimensional architecture going on, where they technically are connected, possibly, but just in a different dimension of space.
Or the primary hull and the secondary hull are not connected. The engines are not connected.
Hey! Even if they're not connected, they could be possibly using some sort of like portal-esque site-to-site transport technology that simply sends the plasma streams there.
Don't defend it. It's a shit design by sound of it.
Wait a second. I mean, it's the far future, even by the future standards.
Cal is like, I can hear how bad of a visual design this is already.
Yes.
I mean, imagine Rayman.
Look,
it's Rayman Starship. It's fucking stupid, and it does not match the aesthetics of the Enterprise J at all, that's why it's bad. If they fit this in a different time period, I would be all for it. Like maybe the 32nd century. I don't know, because considering that the Federation collapsed, and it would probably have an entirely new design language.
Wait, the Federation collapsed? Oh, thank fucking Christ. The ship designs over it made me angry.
No,
they're getting worse.
The most irritating thing that they ever did to Star Trek. It was Discovery Season 3 that did that, and it fucking makes no sense.
Yeah, it's Discovery.
More nonsense. More fucking nonsense.
Did you watch Picard?